This is the Reverend Dr. Gilberto Rosado. Dios lo bendiga. Hello and welcome today. Dios le bendiga a todos hoy. I'm going to do a bilingual today. It's not the Sunday teaching. Esto no es la enseñanza de domingo, pero es una enseñanza muy importante. It's still an important teaching. Nonetheless, we're going to talk about Christmas here on Christmas Eve. Vamos a hablar de la Navidad en la Nochebuena. Así que vamos a dialogar un poco en esto en este momento. And let's get everyone here together. God bless you once again. Let me just fix these cameras out here a little bit. That's okay. And this one needs a little help. Oh, okay. Now, God bless you. Dios le bendiga una vez más. We're going to get into this. This is the end of the debate, folks, right here. So this is it. This is the video. I'm transcribing this, so it's going to be an article, a report, probably a chapter in one of my books in the coming future. This is the end of the debate. There is no argumentation after this topic today, after what we're going to discuss today. There can't be no argument. Después, este es el fin de debate. Después de esta educación que vamos a tener hoy, esto termina con todo este debate. Si, de qué de la Navidad, si Cristiano debe estar celebrando o no, esto, lo otro, bla, bla, bla. We're going to fix it today. Hoy vamos a arreglar y terminar con esto. Anyone left arguing these points after this, it means that they're just dumb. El que continúa con sus puntos después de esta enseñanza de hoy es que son brutos. Y eso es todo. Simple. We're always going to have simple-minded people, and so that's that. Vamos siempre a tener gente con mentalidades sencillas o simples, y eso es todo. Esa es la realidad. ¿Qué vamos a hacer? Hay hospitales, hay instituciones para la gente que no tienen comprensión, y pues eso es el futuro que deben de tener y ser buen recibidos. So there's always institutions and other things for people who just can't progress through society and through this world with understanding. So that's where you should be and where you should be going to it. And without blessing, it's just get help. It's just simply los que necesitan esta ayuda, pues deben de conseguir la ayuda. Eso es sencillo. Ahora, so what are we going to deal with today? We're going to deal with this issue about Christmas. What is it? Well, what should we be doing? And this is not the same as you're going to hear anywhere. Like I said, this is the end of the debate. Esto no es lo mismo que va a oír de otra persona, otro debate. Esto es lo que termina este asunto. So let's get to this. Let's go now to some posts. I've been busy at this all day today. Dealing with people back and forth on a few other things. I have something else I'm going to talk about a little later on after this show is over, probably. And we're going to do that while Santa Claus is getting ready. Así que tengo otro programa después de esta, quizás, mientras que Santa Claus está por allá haciendo su cosa, voy a tirar otra programación de otro índole de lo que hemos estado bregando todo este día. But I wanted to focus on these issues that keep coming up every year. And this is it. So let's go to the screen. Vamos, y todos los años siguen con la misma cosa, y ahora quiero terminar con eso porque la vida es corta, hay que progresar. Ustedes están muy letárgicos. All right, so este es uno de los posts que hemos bregado ahorita. Believe me or not, Christmas is a Roman pagan feast. Again, this is not about the persons who post, by the way. I'm not attacking the people who post. It doesn't matter what the name is there. You see a name there, it doesn't matter. It's just the idea. Nosotros no estamos hablando de las personas que pusieron este artículo o los comentarios de quién, fulano de tal. Eso no importa, eso no es el tema. El tema o el asunto es los conceptos que están compartiendo. ¿Okay? No nada más conceptos, no las personas. I know that's a difficulty for a lot of you to deal with, but that's the fact. We're not dealing with each other. We're dealing with concepts here. So get with it. A lot of people, they start attacking the messenger and because of the message. That's stupid. That's another sign that you're stupid. Okay, I have to make this point because a lot of people think they're smart. No, when you start attacking the messenger, that makes you stupid. Cuando tú empiezas a atacar el mensajero, eso es una indicación que tú eres estúpido. Eso tengo que enseñar a la gente, porque la gente no está entendiendo. Cuando nosotros estamos hablando de cosas en el internet o en persona, no es asunto, no es un elemento las personas, sino el tema, quédase con el tema. Ya cuando una persona empieza a atacar al otro, ya esa persona ya terminó su argumento, no tiene más nada y solo le queda para salvar cara, como dice, atacar a la otra persona. Es estupidez, ya, olvídate que eso es estupidez. Cuando tú ves a alguien haciendo eso, ya tú sabes quién es el bruto, right? So when you see someone attacking the other person personally, when the topic is like here at Christmas, and then they start talking about the person, then you know they lost, and now they're only trying to character assassinate. And that means that they're stupid, they run out of argument, and they don't know how to handle defeat. That's it. So now all of you know that. You know those who do that and those who see it happening, so now you know what the truth is. It says here, believe me or not, Christmas is a Roman pagan fest. Créeme o no, la Navidad es una fiesta pagana romana. ¿Ok? So eso es lo que es el tema allí. Alguien comentó, es verdad. Yo comenté aquí, no. Ok, I'm going to try to upload it. Voy a hacerlo lo más grande posible para que ustedes vean lo que se escribió. Yo digo, no. I say here, no. Christmas replaced the pagan feast. Because, of course, on the 25th of December, the pagans celebrated the rebirthing of the sun. Nosotros tenemos que entender que el día 25, antes que había Navidad, los paganos adoraban a su Dios en este día, y en este caso particularmente, el renacimiento o la resurrección del sol, de la muerte, porque hacen ya como 2 o 3 días, si ustedes notaron o no, que se oscureció lo más temprano en todo el año. So if you haven't noticed or not, if you hadn't, 2 or 3 days ago or so, it got darkest, the earliest it has ever done throughout the whole year. So that means the sun, in the old ancient times, they believe the sun died. That the sun is died. It's at its weakest point. But then on the 25th, the sun begins to come more powerful again, and the days begin to get longer and longer and longer. So that is what was there. And then they had gods. They celebrated their gods, the sun god and whatnot, and they celebrated that. And that's what they worshiped. This was very much a central and commonplace. This is important to understand this. These were commonplace understandings and beliefs in society all over the world. Okay, so this was a common belief. This was like 2 plus 2 equals 4. That's when you say anyone 2 plus 2, they say 4. 2 plus 2, they'll say 4. 2 plus 2, they'll say 4. Tú pregunta a cualquier persona, 2 y 2, 4. 2 y 2 son 4. 2 y 2 son 4. Así que en todas las partes del mundo, el 25 de diciembre era un día venerada por la razón que veían que el sol o la luz del día empezaba de nuevo. 2 o 3 días antes se menguó, se hizo más oscuro, más temprano, y ahora el 25 de diciembre empieza el día a hacerse más largo y continúa. El sol para ellos resucitó. Y eso es la idea o la razón, el motivo detrás de toda la veneración de dioses, los paganos con sus celebraciones, etcétera, etcétera. ¿Ok? So, eso era antes de la Navidad. So, this was before Christmas, before the church started dealing with this overly accepted societally and culturally, or inculcated in society and in the cultures, this pagan science, and then its associative pagan worship, deities, false deities, which were always worshipped. This was commonplace. Esto era la razón, pues el sol menguando y entonces ahora renaciendo, resucitándose, pues era el estímulo. Esta era la ciencia detrás de la práctica, la mentalidad sociopolítico, socio-religioso de los tiempos, de las gentes, muy comúnmente, y entonces era muy inculcada, incrustado en la mentalidad de las personas. So this was a very tough cookie to break, the tough nut to break here. Esto era algo bien difícil de corregir. All right? So tenemos que entender los motivos y las condiciones de los tiempos antiguos. So we have to understand the conditions that the ancients were under when all of these things started to play out. So you have to understand that. So that's the first and foremost thing. Okay, so again, Christmas replaced, the intent of the church was to replace the pagan mentality. Because like I said, after you grew up all your life, 2 + 2 = 4, 2 + 2 = 4, what you think it was, or what people were saying that it was, because in actuality it wasn't 2 + 2 = 4, right? It's actually something else. These were the pagan gods, and this is what it meant, 25th of December. So this was something that was so inculcated in the culture. Who was going to get that fixed? Así que tenemos que entender que esa enseñanza, esa práctica estaba incrustado en la sociedad. ¿Quién iba a arreglar eso? To put it in the proper perspective, there were certain peoples, I think they were called Hebrews. I'm being facetious now. I'm being sarcastic on purpose. Había una gente, para poner todo en perspectiva, había una gente, y estoy siendo sarcástico ahora, una gente por ahí, vamos a ver, yo creo que eran hebreos, que ya estaban en existencia por más de 2000 años. I mean, I think they've been in existence for more than 2,000 years at the time of Jesus Christ, Yeshua, and all of that. So there was these people, Hebrews, what we call Jews today. These were children of Israel, including los hijos de Israel, la casa de Jacob. These people were around. These people were definitely not doing any Christmas, anything like that. They were definitely not doing any 25th of December pagan worship. Esta gente no iban a estar haciendo cosas en el 25 de diciembre, ni festejando ni dioses ni clima en el día 25 de diciembre, right? Pero esta gente sobre la tierra, ¿quién iba a estar en contra de las prácticas paganas? So on the earth, who was against really the pagan practices? Right? Wouldn't it have been them, the Hebrews, the children of Israel, the house of Jacob? No hubiera sido los hijos de Israel, at least the faithful ones, you know? Wouldn't have they have had been the ones who at least they would not participate in anything like that, right? You would figure with all the things that the Old Testament was saying. And matter of fact, one of the verses that we're going to see later on it's in Jeremiah, if I'm not mistaken. Ahí el profeta Jeremías, si no me equivoco, habla claro de algo que dice una gente que es relacionado con crimen, anticrimen. There's something Jeremiah said that it's clearly anti-Christmas as far as some people are relating it. So 2,000 years. I'm just asking. Estoy preguntando nomás. Have you ever reasoned? Nunca han razonado si esta gente estaban en contra de lo pagano for 2,000 years or more, por 2,000 años o más, estaban en contra de lo pagano. Why were people all over the world still doing 25th of December? Pagan worship was flourishing. ¿Por qué los paganos estaban en abundancia? Para el 25 de diciembre estaban todo el mundo, venerando los dioses falsa y pagana en el mundo conocido. ¿Dónde estaban los que guardaban el sábado? Where were those who were keeping the Sabbath? Where were the Sabbath keepers? For those of you joining us now, you're coming in late. We just started the other recording going. We're talking about Christmas. We started with a post, and we're talking about Christmas authority. And we are going through some posts that we did some today, pointing out that Christmas replaced the pagan feast. And one of the questions I was asking was, who in the world would have been against this pagan feast? And we say, well, the house of Israel, you know, the house of Jacob and the children of Israel, of course, you know, these were Sabbath keepers. Esto eran personas que guardaban el sábado, que guardaban y supuestamente la ley de Dios. These were people who were supposed to be following God's law. So they would have been the ones, if anyone, to really do something about all of this pagan worship. Now the Jews would say no, we wouldn't have bothered. Yeah, because we have to talk. Let's talk truth here. Los que son judíos dirían, no, nosotros no tenemos que ver con eso. Eso allá ustedes los gentiles. Right? Porque esa es la mentalidad del judío y de la gente que guardan la ley. Esos son ustedes. Ustedes son los pecadores. See, so again, was that the reason God separated them to do this and that? Are they admitting to that now? Is that what we see? Están admitiendo ahora que ellos son los únicos que estaban supuestos a hacerlo. Okay, so we're getting into some dicey waters, but I don't need to go there. The whole point is this: that in 2,000 years, for better or for worse, those that kept the law also did nothing to dissuade pagan worship in the world. Los que guardaron la ley, eso es la verdad, no hicieron nada para disuadir, se dice, o disminuir el impacto, la popularidad de la veneración de dioses paganos y en particular en el día 25 de diciembre. No hicieron nada. Quizás no podían hacer nada. Maybe they couldn't do anything really. What could they have done? If their message is only, you have to come and become Jewish. Tienen que venir a hacerse judío para entonces seguir la ley. Eso era la única evangelio que tenían. That was the only good news gospel that they had to give to anyone. Okay, but they didn't have authority to do something about it, right? No tenían entonces autoridad de hacer algo más sobre este asunto. Así que la mentalidad judaica, hebraica, de ley, de Torah, es no hacer nada, no hay autoridad, sino sujeción a uno cumplir la ley. So there's only a subjection to law, to fulfill the law, to do the law, to live out the law, rather than an emphasis on authority to bring these truths out into the open world and to dominate the world. So that wasn't part of that their mission. Eso no era la parte de la misión que ellos tenían. It wasn't part of it. So I'm not blaming them. I'm just pointing out why. As Jesus is on the earth and as he's crucified and resurrected, why is it that on the 25th of December there's so much pagan worship? That I'm just pointing out that the only ones who were supposedly children of God were them, and they weren't bothering with it. Así que solo estoy dando el punto de que al tiempo de que Jesús vino, se fue crucificado, resucitó, la iglesia se establece y haya este imperio y este religiosidad mundial pagana en todo volumen, todo su floreciente. Y el día 25 de diciembre así celebrada para un Dios falso y pagana, es sencillamente algo que los judíos, los que guardaron la ley, no tenían como parte de su misión. No era parte de ellos o dado a ellos hacer nada con eso. Eso es todo. Okay, so this is the issue. Este es el problema aquí. Okay, now, so that's the key. Eso es el punto que estamos hablando. Vamos a ir otra vez al post, a los comentarios. But if it says no, Christmas replaced the pagan feast. But if you want us to remove Christ from it, aren't you promoting false God worship again? ¿Sí? Sí, entonces lo que estoy diciendo aquí, que si tú quieres que nosotros removemos a Cristo del 25 de diciembre, entonces, ¿qué queda? See, that's my question. If you want to remove Christ from the 25th of December, then what is left? Because all of what the argumentation is that the 25th day of December is a day of false god pagan worship. That the day, the 25th of December, belongs to Molech and some other gods and whatnot, and that it belongs to them. And so the idea that they're trying to say is that Christians celebrating Christmas are then, therefore, thereby, worshiping these gods. That is the insinuation. La insinuación es que, como dicen o creen que el 25 de diciembre pertenece, que es adueñado por unos dioses falsos, por los paganos, en su adoración, en su religiosidad pagana, veneración a sus dioses falsos, que entonces, que eso es lo que está pasando en el día. Ese día, están diciendo que ese día pertenece, mira eso, pertenece a estos dioses. Entonces, lo que estoy preguntando, si están pidiendo que se remueve Cristo, ese concepto de Cristo, el mensaje de Cristo, el evangelio de Cristo, si extraemos eso del 25 de diciembre, ¿qué queda? That's my question. Simple math. What is left? Christ, Christmas Day, take away Christ is what? That's the question I'm asking. See? You have to do math. Sometimes you guys have to do math to figure things out. If we take Christ out of the 25th of December, what is left? What is left? Right? What do you say that day is? ¿Qué dicen ustedes que es ese día? See? Because if you believe, and if it is true, let us go there. Let's say it is true that the 25th of December is a day that belongs to a false god, whatever it is, and is worship of another god, false god, then what are you asking for the world to do? Si el día 25 es una adoración a dioses falsos, y tú quieres que la iglesia remueva a Cristo del día 25 de diciembre, entonces, ¿qué queda? ¿Qué es lo que ustedes están diciendo? ¿Que quieren que el mundo haga qué cosa? See that? Because, some of you guys aren't thinking. Simply, you're not thinking. I'm going to get the chat up. I didn't do that, by the way, earlier, so I'm going to do that now. So if someone's trying to chat, we can have that. Estoy poniendo el chateo a ver si alguien está, porque es un tema que puede causar mucho estímulo. Hopefully intellectual stimulation, not just emotional stimulation. So we need to get ourselves, have people a chance to respond. So let me get that. This chat client isn't operating the way it should. So let me just open up another browser instance. Así que, so have you been able to think about that one? What are you causing to happen? That's a good question. I know, I asked it myself. Okay, so if the day is just a simple math, if the day is a day for worshiping false gods, then aren't you promoting that the world return to worshiping those false gods? And I'm going to prove that you are doing that, in fact. All of these people are doing the same thing. I'm going to tell you why you're doing it too. La gente están haciendo el mismo error, están queriendo que la gente dejen de enfocarse en Cristo el día 25 de diciembre. ¿Para qué? Para dejar que el Molec y los otros dioses tengan su día. Baal. Usted quiere que Baal tome su día. Usted está haciendo un favor a Baal. You're doing a favor for Baal. Is that it? Are you working for Baal? Are you working for Molech? Ustedes están trabajando por Baal, por Molech, que quieren que ellos tengan su día. All right, so this is the thing you guys have to realize what you're doing. Why are you doing this? ¿Por qué están haciendo así? Porque las iglesias, las religiones, los grupos, las creencias, los cultos, los sectas que ustedes están, ellos necesitan algo de credibilidad. algo que le da apoyo a su creencia, para que usted siga creyendo lo que ellos están en su filosofía. I'll tell you why, because you're the sect, the group, the churches, the denomination, the religious belief that you are espousing, they're teaching you to do this, and you probably found them through this type of social media engagement because they need some support for and reasoning for their belief system. They have to, in other words, part of their belief system is, oh, the Christians are wrong. See? And look at this and this and this. They're wrong. We are right. See that? So this is the basis on what they're asking in you and everyone else. And now you're asking everyone else to believe in them. Believe their message over the Christian message. Because, of course, see, the Christians are doing the wrong thing. That's bad. We're good. That is why you guys are being duped now and pressing this false gospel of Christmas being a pagan feast. Ustedes están siendo usados por estos engañadores para empezar como decir, ellos necesitan credibilidad, como no tienen lo que la iglesia tiene. Pues ellos necesitan señalar unas cosas que aparenta demostrar que la iglesia está equivocado, tan mal, están celebrando algo pagano. Y nosotros somos verdad. Todo lo que decimos es verdad. Y ellos están mal. ¿Por qué? Porque ellos celebran Navidad. You don't need anything else, do you? We're not hearing any other doctrine now. There's no other doctrinal debate going on now. It's just Christmas. That's Christmas. Because that's all they need. Eso es todo lo que ellos necesitan para decir que los cristianos están mal y ellos también. See that? So esa es la razón que están haciendo eso. This is the reason they're doing that. Okay? But again, in major way, they are wrong. And so are you if you do that. Ellos están mal y también son ustedes si ustedes hacen eso mismo. So let's go back again to the post in question so we can continue learning. Let's go back there so you can continue to see how this develops now. Now you know what makes sense. Ustedes ya saben lo que tiene sentido. So it says here in response to my "Are you pagan?" Where is it found in the Bible? That's a good question. Es una buena pregunta. ¿Dónde está escrito? Está hablando de la Navidad en la Biblia. ¿Ok? Porque como se dice, como se cree, si no está en la Biblia, pues eso no es enseñanza bíblica. So what they're saying is that if it's not in the Bible, then it isn't biblical teaching. It's not the truth. That's the inference there. So another person comes in and says, Christmas is not biblical, period. Otra persona dice, la Navidad no es bíblico de ninguna forma. Punto, dice. So my reply is, mi respuesta, is Facebook found in the Bible? ¿Es el Facebook encontrado en la Biblia? Es mi respuesta. Pero ustedes lo están usando ahora. But you're using it now, aren't you? You're doing it now. So because I'm trying to stipulate that even though something is not exactly spelled out in Scripture, doesn't mean that the Scripture does not give authority for it to be or for it to be done. Así que aunque estoy intentando enseñar aquí que ellos están usando Facebook, Facebook no está en la Biblia, ¿sí? Pero lo están utilizando. Entonces, no todo, la Biblia no tiene que decir cada detalle para que sea verdad. Sencillamente, la gente que tienen una mentalidad bien pobre, no hay nada de pensamiento. So, yo estoy tratando de enseñar poco a poco, porque hay que hacerlo, es como sacando dientes a la gente. Increíble, increíble. So entonces, so this is the first thing. So are you using Facebook? Yes, yeah, we're using something that's not in the Bible. Nosotros estamos usando algo que no está en la Biblia. Okay, so vamos a seguir. The question is, does the church have the authority to make the 25th of December a day to remember Christ instead of a pagan god? Entonces hago la pregunta. La pregunta es, porque ya se cancela esa idea de que eso no lo dice la Biblia no dice eso. Pero entonces ya lo cancelé porque ustedes hacen y usan cosas que la Biblia no menciona tampoco, pero lo hacen, ¿verdad? Entonces la pregunta queda, y la pregunta es, si la iglesia tiene la autoridad de hacer el 25 de diciembre un día para recordar a Cristo en vez de un Dios pagano. Esa es la pregunta que se debe hacer siempre. This is the only valid question there is, ladies and gentlemen. Does the church have the authority to do it? Si la iglesia tiene la autoridad de hacerlo. That's the only question that needs to be asked. You see, this is a simple thing. It gets solved by asking the right questions. Estas son unas cosas que se solucionan con preguntar las preguntas correctas, precisas, que tienen que ver con el asunto. So then I say, and yes, the authority to do that is in the Bible, because they want it in the Bible, so we got it in the Bible. Nosotros, yo continúo diciendo, y sí, la autoridad de hacer aquello está en la Biblia. Y aquí le doy los textos, Ephesians 1, 21 to 23, Efesios 1, 21 hasta 23. Aquí en inglés, lo pueden ver en español en sus Biblias. Far above. You pay attention. I hope everyone knows what all means. Does everyone know what all means? Todos saben lo que quiere decir todo. Todo, okay? We gotta make sure because some people just don't understand English. Far above all. Say it with me. All. Say it again. All. Principality and power and might and dominion. Does that include, like false gods and all that? Do you think? And every name, oh my goodness, that is named. Is Molech named? Is Baal named? And all the false pagan gods, are those named? Not only in this world, but also in that which is to come. Nombre sobre todo nombre. Okay? Toda principalidad, todo poder, toda fuerza, todo dominio y todo nombre que es nombrado, no solamente en este mundo, sino en aquel que ha de venir. And hath put all, let's say it again, all, let's say it again, all, ha puesto todo, otra vez, todo, otra vez, todo, las cosas, all things, under his feet. Does that leave out any days? Does that leave out any false gods? Any pagan worship days and holidays and practices and customs and traditions and culture and things, artifacts? Does that leave anything out? All, when God says all. Cuando Dios dice todo, deja fuera ciertas cosas, ciertos días, ciertas costumbres, ciertas creencias, ciertas religiones, cierta filosofía, cierta práctica, deja algo, excluye algo. Cuando Dios dice todo, debajo de sus pies, and gave him to be the head over all, say it again, all, say it again, todo las cosas a la iglesia, to the church. So there is nothing that is excluded from the authority of the church. Absolutely nothing. Todo está incluido en lo que la iglesia tiene autoridad sobre. La iglesia tiene dominio sobre todas las cosas. Which is his body, the fullness of him that filleth all in all. Porque la iglesia es el cuerpo de Cristo. Todas las cosas están debajo de sus pies. Y pues si es bajo sus pies, está debajo del el cuerpo de Cristo. So again, you know, if all the things are below his feet, they're below Christ. Christ is above. That means he has dominion. And then the church is his body. So the church has dominion over all those things as well, because we are his body. This is simple, ladies and gentlemen. Esto es fácil, es sencillo. Esto no es difícil. Okay? So, la iglesia tiene autoridad sobre todas las principales y poderes y fuerza y dominio y nombre. Yes. Todo. Absolutely. Absolute power and authority over all things. In addition to that, you have 2 Corinthians 10:5, which says, casting down imaginations, echando abajo las imaginaciones y toda cosa alta que se salta en contra del conocimiento de Dios. And every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God, right? So everything, would that include pagan worship? Keeping people ignorant about God? No. This is Molech. This is Baal. This is the 25th of December. It's the resurrection of the sun. And we have to give praises to our gods, to our pagan deities. Okay, so do you think that that's a high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of God? And what does it say about it? Estas son cosas que se exaltan y están en contra del conocimiento de Dios. 25 de diciembre, las creencias paganas. Okay, so, ¿qué está supuesto a hacer la iglesia? Vamos a la palabra. And what does the Bible says? And bringing into captivity every thought. Let's say it again. Every thought. Let's say it again. Every thought. Trayendo a cautiverio, a cautividad. Todo pensamiento. Otra vez. Todo pensamiento. Es un pensamiento las cosas de los paganos. Es el pensamiento que haya falsos dioses. Es un pensamiento, un pensar de la gente. La Biblia dice, Dios dice que traiga en cautiverio. ¿Qué quiere decir cautiverio? Que lo sujete. It means to subject, submit it. Every thought, todo pensamiento, sojuzgarlo a la obediencia de Cristo. So to subject it, to capture it, to subject it under Christ. That's what it tells the church to do. Así que todas estas cosas, we've already proven here, more than enough, that the church does in fact have, through scripture, through the Bible, through the word of God, the absolute authority. La iglesia tiene por la palabra de Dios el poder, la autoridad absoluta de sojuzgar los días de paganos y sojuzgarlo a Cristo. So we have the authority to subject all of those pagan holidays and thoughts and ideas and submit them to the obedience of Christ. Okay? So basically what God gave the church here was what the law keepers never had. Así que lo que Dios dio a la iglesia aquí era lo que los que guardan la ley para practicarla y vivirla decentemente. No lo estoy criticando, sino el punto es que a ellos no fue dado la autoridad de sojuzgar los paganos, de sojuzgar los días. Lo dio a la iglesia. See? So, God did not give, Yahweh did not give the law keepers the authority over days and over pagan holidays or anything like that. He didn't. Simply, he gave it to the church. We see in Scripture that he gives this authority to the church. And so this is our comeback. Look at what it says here as a comeback to my statement. Let me show you where the error is. This guy is in error, and he proves it by his own words. And I'm going to show it to you right here. It's amazing. This is amazing stuff, how people show their true colors when confronted with the truth. It's light. So when there's light, you can see the true color, right? Can't you? Now here it says, the guy responds, Christmas is putting lipstick on a pig. So basically, he brings in the pig because the pig, in his estimation, is a symbol of, I guess, the Gentile. Is that what he's trying to say? So that it represents the Gentile, the pagan, the pig. Está trayendo que, infiriendo con este dicho, y dice que la Navidad es poniendo pintalabios sobre un cerdo. Entonces está haciendo una inferencia aquí, no directa, pero lo está infiriendo, que el cerdo son los paganos, tú sabes, tratando de vestir lo pagano como con pintalabios para que sea agradable, ¿no? Pero el problema con esto es que el cerdo no se puede aplicar a gentiles. Ese es el problema. Él está equivocado. En la Biblia habla de perro y de cerdos, representando dos personas, dos tipos de personas, ¿okay? Dos clases de personas. Y el perro, sin duda, sin debate, se refiere a los gentiles. So what we have here is this inference of the swine, the pig. The pig is one of two big symbols in the Bible for two types of people. One of them is a dog, and that is clearly, dogs have always been clearly representing Gentiles. They represent Gentiles. There's no debate on that. So the dog represents Gentiles. This guy is using the pig to represent Gentiles too. And most of the law keepers do that, but they're mistaken. The swine does not represent Gentiles. El puerco no representa los gentiles. Now I'm not going to go into that teaching. I'm just pointing out that since I know that he's wrong with the pig thing, he's just wrong all over. And he's showing it through his response with that. Now, he says here, how would you replace something pagan and have it, now look at where his emphasis is, and have it on the same exact day every year? Entonces aquí hace el énfasis, fíjese, que cómo tú puedes reemplazar algo pagano y, y tenerlo en el mismo día exacto todos los años. Fíjese, el énfasis es el día, right? Cuando te dije, el día. So we already noted that they're making the emphasis on the day. Christ has nothing to do with any December 25 celebrations. Again, it's an opinion that he has, but it's based on lack of understanding. Así se dice que como Cristo no tiene nada que ver con cualquier celebraciones de diciembre 25, eso es otra vez una opinión basado en la falta de entendimiento. Let's go on because I deal with that later on. That he says here, another person, the Satanic Roman Catholic Church set a date of Baal's birth for you. Again, this is another lie and an error because before there was anything called the Catholic Church, they were venerating the 25th of December for millennia. La gente veneraban el 25 de diciembre por milenios, antes que existiera lo que es la iglesia cristiana. Estas son gente otra vez equivocados. Tiene que ser así porque si no es, entonces lo que estoy creyendo no tiene base. Eso, they're forcing that it has to be that way because if it isn't, then what they believe in is full of holes. So then let's continue. Gilberto, did Christ celebrate his birthday? Here goes another brilliant question. Si me pregunta si Cristo celebró su cumpleaños, ¿qué tiene que ver? ¿Qué tiene que ver eso? What does that have to do with anything? Realize this comes after this comment. The two verses giving the church authority to do whatever they want to do. They're still asking, well, did Jesus Christ celebrate? What does that have to do with anything? See how they're not thinking? No están ni pensando, ni siquiera pensando. No piensan. Okay, so again, this is another issue. So I answer, okay, so let's say the church didn't bother to interfere. So you want the pagan worship to have continued? This is my question. So vamos imaginando, mi respuesta no se fue, ok, vamos a decir que la iglesia nunca se molestó para molestarse con este asunto del 25 de diciembre. Entonces tú quieres que la adoración pagana hubiese continuado. Mi pregunta. Because if you think about it, if it wasn't for the church turning it into Christmas, then what would have the people have always continued to do nonstop? They would have done the pagan thing. So is that what you wanted? I'm asking. I have to ask because you're asking the church to do something that would have resulted in this issue. So is that what you want? It's a fair question. And then I ask, who's satanic now? You see, they're not thinking. Es que la gente no piensa. Si tú entonces no quieres, si tú estabas en cargo de la iglesia cristiana en aquella época con su mentalidad, usted hubiera dicho, no tocamos 25 de diciembre, es del diablo, eso pertenece a los dioses paganos, no hacemos nada en eso. Ok, so entonces, ¿qué hubiera sido el resultado? Que las fiestas paganas hoy día estuvieran adorando a Molech y a Baal y todas aquellas cosas, estuviesen hoy día con eso. Eso es lo que hubiese sido. Y lo más probable, did I say that here? Let me just read that. I just want to see if I said that. I don't see it here, but I'm going to say it now. Oh yeah, I do say. So I say, who's satanic now? ¿Quién es satánico ahora? Ahora, entonces digo también, ustedes no realizan que si no fuese por la iglesia, ustedes tuviesen paganos hoy. So what I pointed out to is that if they're not realizing that if it weren't for the church, you guys would be pagan today. They wouldn't have become any Seventh-day Adventist or any Hebrew Messianic, whatever, after post-Christianity, any. Todo esto que eran cristianos antes y ahora como saben mucho ya son de otras cosas y criticones de la iglesia. Pues ustedes no hubiesen estado en esas cosas hoy día si no fuese por la iglesia hacer lo que hizo. So it's like they're on the 5th floor, but they don't approve of the stuff on the 3rd and on the 2nd and on the 1st. That is what. So how would you get to the 5th floor today if it wasn't for the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th? That's what they're not reasoning. They don't understand. No están entendiendo. You can't get to the 5th without the other steps. You took the other step. You got to the 5th because of the prior steps. So those steps were wrong, then you're heading to the wrong place. si esas etapas, esos escalones que ahora critican y condenan, son los escalones que les permitieron llegar a donde están. Porque si no estuviesen en estos escalones, no hubieran llegado a donde están hoy día. Entonces, usted condena donde el primer escalón, el segundo, el tercero, el cuarto escalón, entonces no puede, usted nunca hubiera llegado al quinto. So that's the point. The point is that they're being ridiculous. They're not thinking things through. And whenever you don't think through something, and when you look at it critically, you realize, well, wait a minute. If it wasn't for the Catholic Church and everything it did, it's like a Protestant criticizing the Catholic Church. I'm Protestant, by the way. Yo soy protestante. Pero es ridículo que el protestante critique en muchas cosas la Iglesia Católica por la razón que si no fuese por la Iglesia Católica, no hubiese iglesia protestante. ¿Sí? So if there wasn't the Catholic Church, you wouldn't have a Protestant church. So you guys got to be careful. Yes, there are reasons that there is the Protestant church. There are reasons for it, but be careful in your criticism because a lot of the things you're criticizing is actually the things that brought the Protestant church to be. So you have to be careful with that, careful. Nosotros tenemos que tener cuidado porque aunque la Iglesia Católica hizo cosas malamente hechas, no podemos condenarla todos porque mucho de ello es lo que dio a luz a la iglesia protestante, pues. Okay, so again, no seamos brutos, como se dice, no seamos brutos. All right, so, por eso yo soy protestante, pero yo doy crédito cuando el crédito se merece. I'm Protestant, but I give credit where credit is due. I'm not stupid. If I was in the head of the church and that realization came to me of how to change the whole world's thinking from pagan religion into Christ, that would have been something I would have done. Exactly right, because no one else came up with any ideas, and still they don't come up with any good ideas. No, they get trapped. They don't know what they're talking about. Irresponsible ignorance. Así que la gente ahora son ignorantes, irresponsables. En aquello entonces, si yo fuese la persona encargada de tratar de buscar una manera de dominar el mundo para Cristo, eso hubiera sido la selección. No dejarlo sin tumbar, sin dominar. Había que hacer algo. La gente que son muy ignorantes, muy bruto en ese índole, really. Okay, so celebrating a birthday, my other reply here is celebrating a birthday is not more important than eliminating the thought of a false God from the minds of the world. Celebrando un cumpleaños no es más importante que eliminar el pensamiento de un Dios falso en las mentes del mundo. Que no están pensando bien. Esto no es asunto de celebración de cumpleaños. Qué estupidez. You know, come on. I mean, you know, this is the stuff. This is the same stupidity that pagan worshippers had, that the church had to combat against. It's the same issue, the same stupidity, except it's the other side of the coin. That's all. We're dealing with the same stupidity here. Nosotros estamos bregando con la misma estupidez que tenía que bregar la iglesia en aquel entonces. Pero está en el otro lado del vellón. Ahora que la iglesia dominó, la iglesia eliminó el pensamiento de falsos dioses, ahora vienen estos, los mismos que hubieran sido paganos dura cabeza hoy, en aquel entonces, son los mismos duros cabeza hoy día que quieren reinstalación de Molech y de Baal. Es estúpido, completamente. So, again, están enfocando en lo que no es el punto. La iglesia tuvo que decir, este es el cumpleaños, porque no hubo otro día. Este es el, para eliminar esto de la mente, esto, vamos a asignar esto, el cumpleaños de Cristo. Eso nació hoy día. Eso es lo que están haciendo. No el sol, sino el Hijo de Dios. Eso es contradiciendo y corrigiendo la falsedad, la falsa filosofía de los paganos. So all of this is establishing not the birth of the Son, like the pagans wanted to emphasize, but the birth of Christ to save the world. That's it. It is simply a teaching of the people of the world so that they can get their heads out of the mud of stupidity in believing in false gods and believe on the one and true God. Period. That's all that this was for. All right, so that's the point. Anyone else had a better idea how to do that? Boy, God made you get born in the wrong time, didn't he? You got born in the wrong time. That was it. God made a mistake, because there always has to be God's error. Siempre tiene que ser el error de Dios que tú naciste, porque como tú sabes mejor, tú naciste hoy día en vez de nacer en eso entonces, cuando necesitaban un genio como tú para eliminar la idea de los falsos dioses en ese tiempo. Como ustedes saben más y pueden más que la iglesia, pues entonces Dios, ¿qué? Dios hizo el error también, que naciese ustedes en esta generación. ¡Qué gasto! ¡Qué ridículo! Es ridículo. It's just ridiculous. You guys have been duped into focusing on the wrong point. Now you're taking the position of a pagan worshiper to gain back their day for their God. I should have added there. Así que ustedes han sido engañados a enfocar sobre el punto equivocado. Ahora ustedes están tomando la posición de un pagano, un adorador pagano, para ganar su día otra vez, y yo quiero añadir ahora, para su Dios falso. Esa es la posición que están tomando. Remueve, quita a Cristo de la Navidad. Cristo no tiene nada que ver. Eso es de los dioses paganos. Eso pertenece al Dios, al diablo y a los dioses paganos. Hay que volvérselo. Ustedes son no predicadores de la verdad y de la luz, sino predicadores de la mentira y de las tinieblas. You guys are not teachers or preachers of the truth of God. You are teachers and preachers of darkness. You're preaching and teaching something that is diabolical. That is what you're doing. I hope you begin to realize that. It's silly argumentation. It says, then this person says, you haven't answered my question. Well, she wants to focus on the birthday. Did Jesus Christ celebrate a birthday? Did he cut cakey? Did he blow out his candles? Did he make a wish? That has nothing to do with anything. Esta persona quiere que yo me enfoque en la pregunta que hizo ella, que si Cristo celebró su cumpleaños, si sopló vela, si comió cakey. Eso no tiene nada que ver. Y yo le respondo, tu pregunta es irrelevante. Your question is irrelevant. I answered, but since you understand English, you didn't comprehend it. Porque le dije que tiene que ver eso. Pero como entienden el español, porque a mí me critican la gente porque digo a otra gente que no entienden inglés. Pues entonces ahora yo le digo, usted entiende inglés, pero no lo comprende. yo le dije ya. I already covered that, and your question about cake and ice cream is irrelevant. Simple. Then this person said, they can continue Rome as long as other countries don't do it. I'm fine with it, whatever. That was just a comment out there. Una persona dice que otros países no deben de hacerlo, whatever. Un comentario que en realidad no tiene mucho sentido ahora. This other person, other countries are putting Jesus in their heart on this day. Fue la pregunta a esa persona, de esta persona. Dice aquí que el SDA EGY de la señora White says take out Jesus because pagan is important, meaning that, yeah, if you remove Jesus, then what's left is the pagan emphasis. That's all that's left. This person responded to that other person. The angels sing songs to celebrate Jesus' birth, so why not then? And most biblical scholars agree that the Bible did not mention the exact date of Jesus' birth, so anything wrong with this celebration? We did not worship a pagan god during Christmas, but we worship the true light of the world, our Savior and God. And the point is que esta persona está diciendo, nosotros nunca servimos a otro Dios, nunca conocimos a otro Dios, solo estamos conociendo a Jesucristo. Muchas personas han venido a los pies de Jesucristo a través de estos días, de estas celebraciones, buenas, malas, como no importa, la gente está viniendo a los pies de Cristo, se han convertido, y esta persona dice, ¿por qué no adorar a Dios en vez de adorar a dioses paganos? So, okay, so, and then all of this is just trivial stuff. They just don't want to deal with the matter. Let me just see if there's anything else here. So basically, I dealt with the issue of the authority of the church, which is the thing that I wanted to deal with here, about the things of the church, the authority of the church. And then now we get into the meat. This is the final nail on the coffin. Esto es lo último de lo que se trata en este asunto. Es esto. That, and this is the nail on the head right here. News. This is what I say. This is the news. Pay attention now. Yahweh created no other God. Jehová no creó otro dioses. Próximo, next. Jehovah created all. Say it again. All. Say it again. All days. Jehová creó todos los días fueron creados por Jehová. Ok. Número 2. That means that all days belong to God, not to a pagan God. Class over. That's it. This is done. Esto quiere decir que todos los días, todos pertenecen a Dios, a Jehová Dios, no a un Dios pagano. Esta gente quieren hacer ver que el día 25 de diciembre es de un Dios pagano. ¿Quién dijo esa mentira? Todos los días fueron creados por Dios, pertenecen a Dios. All the days were created by God. God created them. Christ created them. Jesus, the Son of God created all these days through the Son, right? Created all these days. They all belong to God. They don't belong to a pagan God. Why are these people who claim to worship God, to keep the law of God, the Torah of God, wanting pagan worship to endure? ¿Por qué quieren que los dioses paganos continúen, estos que guardan la ley? ¿Qué cosa? ¿Qué error tan grande? No entienden esta gente. Es un error. It's a big error. God created all day. So any argument, and there are no false gods, by the way. You have to wake up, smell the coffee. There are no false gods. There aren't. They don't exist. They're false because they don't exist. Los dioses son falsos porque no existen. So all of this argumentation that the pagan, that the 25th of December is pagan is erroneous. Toda esta argumentación que el 25 de diciembre es pagano es error, es ignorancia. Ustedes están creyendo a los satánicos. You guys are believing and submitting to the satanic worshipers, to those who are fooled by Satan, and you are following suit. Ellos fueron engañados por Satanás y ustedes siguen el camino. Solo para aportar, para soportar sus creencias que son diferentes que lo de la iglesia cristiana. It's just really ridiculous. It's so typical, though. Es tan típico que toman esta posición porque necesitan para apoyar sus creencias, sus iglesias, sus movimientos, necesitan echar como contraste entre ellos y la iglesia cristiana. Pues eso se entiende, yo entiendo lo que están tratando de hacer, pero ustedes no entienden lo que están tratando de hacer. You guys are not understanding why your church is telling you to do this or teaching you these things. And it's only to put more like credence into your beliefs, like the church is no good. The Christian church is no good. And you're trying to take people from the Christian church into your church saying, oh, the Christian church is no good. Look what they're doing. When actually you are doing what you're condemning the church as doing. You're totally in error. Ustedes están totalmente errada y están culpando a la iglesia católica con lo que ustedes están haciendo. Ustedes están haciendo lo que tú dices que ellos hicieron. Ustedes están promoviendo dioses paganos. And just to put, I didn't mention it in this dialogue, but you know you're wrong when you have to bring up false gods in front of God's face. Because that's a direct violation of God's law. Usted sabe que está mal cuando tú tienes que levantar los nombres de dioses falsos delante de Dios. Fíjese lo que Dios dice. Éxodo 20. Let's go over there. This is extra cream on the crop. These are signs, evidences that a person who does that is in error. They should see it for themselves. Éxodo 20. Mira lo que dice Dios. See, it says, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Right? It says that when it says this, the Hebrew says that you shall not raise up. And I can show you that, but it's been in one of my Sunday teachings. You have to go to the Hebrew. Hay que ir al hebreo para que tú veas que la palabra en hebreo dice no levantes Dios pagano, Dios es falso delante de mí. Elohim panim. Eso es lo que dice en hebreo. So when you are mentioning, and also let's go to Exodus 23, I believe. Vamos a ir también a Éxodo 23. And let's go to 23. And see that let us right here. Okay, and with this I'm going to end it. It shall not mention on thy lips. And I'm just going to look at, just looking for it right offhand. It's escaping me, but let me do this with lips and try to catch it with the lips. And all right, I'm looking for the verse that says, "Do not even mention the other gods upon thy lips." That you should not even mention. I'm sure it's in that Exodus 23. But looking for it quickly, I won't be able to find it. I'll come back and give that to you in the next broadcast that I do. I want to talk in the next one we do for tonight is going to talk about the Christmas tree, what the Christmas tree is, and what Jeremiah says about it, and I'll do that when we come back. So take care. This ends the debate on this issue, the 25th of December. Simply what we said, that is absolutely undebatable. The church has all authority to postulate, to do anything and on this earth pertaining to anything of the earth, and God has given the church full authority over that. So that's it. Case closed. This issue of 25th of December, I've already explained it. They can give you a whole book, and they have, of how these days were pagan. These days were pagan, okay? But guess what they were before? So if we want to go back, so you went back to the pagan time, so let's go back to the Genesis time. What were those days? They were God's days. So let's bring it back to God, shall we? Take it, and that's that. God bless you all, and see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.